What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're taking a look at another best class setup video here in Cold War Zombies Season 2. Today we're taking a look at another assault rifle. It's going to be the AK47. We're going to do things a little bit differently here in this video. We're going to be comparing the AK47 to not only the QBZ, which we've done a best class setup video in the past with, but also the XM4, which we've also done a best class setup video. That was actually the last best class setup video that we did here for Zombies. So if you guys are excited for this one here today, be sure to leave a like, hit that subscribe button, turn on bell for notifications. We're going to compare the three guns, head into the stats, and then hop right into the best class setup. So if you guys don't really care about the comparison between the other assault rifles, just skip right on ahead, straight to the class setup, and hopefully you guys do enjoy. But without further ado, hop right into the video. Now, before heading into the stats of all three weapons, I do want to preface this with saying that the stats on the weapons that you will see in this video are based on my best class setup videos for Zombies. And with that being said, let's hop right into the first category, the damage output. Now this is where the AK47 excels, doing a total of 41 damage, which is a lot higher than both the QBZ and the XM4. The QBZ and the XM4 are very close. The AK47 takes supreme in the damage category. Next up we have bullet velocity. This one, the QBZ is taking the cake easily, with the AK47 coming in the middle ground, and the XM4 in dead last at 660. But damage and bullet velocity isn't the only thing you consider. Next up, we have the rate of fire. Now, since the damage output of the AK47 is so high, it's compensated with a low rate of fire at 600 rounds per minute, with the XM4 taking the king spot on top with 722 rounds per minute, and the QBZ hitting off in the middle ground at 681. Now for the reload speed, all three guns are very similar, all with their biggest magazine fast mags. The AK and the XM4 both at 1.7, with the QBZ taking a ever so slight advantage at 1.6 seconds. And then lastly, we have movement speed. I threw this one in here because it is important to stay on the move in Zombies. The faster the movement speed, the better it'll be for you to get out of sticky situations. So both the AK and the XM4 again had the same stat at 10.77 miles per hour, and the QBZ taking the cake at 10.84, which is a slight increase over the other two. Now let's take a look at the entire stat chart of the three weapons that we just discussed here. In my eyes, there's no clear definitive winner. The AK-47 does the most damage but shoots the slowest. The XM4 is the opposite end of that, doing the least amount of damage but shooting the fastest. So possibly the QBZ sitting in that middle ground might be the best gun to use for you, but you have to play around with all three weapons and decide which one is the one for you to go to, because one's going to have a lot of recoil, which the other two aren't going to have as much. That's one thing to note, is that the AK-47, with it being such a high damage output, it's going to have a lot more recoil than the QBZ and the XM4. The QBZ is going to have that middle ground damage, rate of fire, and the highest bullet velocity and movement speed. So if that's something that you're looking for the middle ground, the all-around well-balanced weapon, the QBZ is probably the one for you. If you're someone that wants a super fast fire rate type of weapon, the XM4 is going to be your assault rifle. If you want something that's going to do super high damage, the AK-47 is the one for you. But in the end, it's going to come down to what you prefer in your playstyle. But guys, that is a look at the stats of the AK-47, QBZ, and XM4. If you guys enjoy this type of style video, be sure to leave a like. But let's head right into the class setup. Now that you've seen the comparison between the AK-47, the QBZ, and the XM4, you guys can let me know what your favorite one is. But let's hop right into my favorite class setup with the AK. Starting things off here, you already know I'm rocking that Ether Shroud Tier 5, but we all care about the Gunsmith. Starting things off with the optic, you can go with whatever optic you want, it does not matter, the optic doesn't change anything. So if you wanted to, you could rock the Noxova Thermal if you really wanted to, but me personally, I like the Microflex LED just because it keeps a nice, clean, precise shot, and you're wide open for everything. Next up, we have the muzzle. Normally I put the suppressor on there, but this one we went the KGB Eliminator because it does increase that equipment drop rate, plus 13% vertical recoil control. And that's going to come in handy because you are going to need it with this 20-inch Spetsnaz RPK barrel. So this one does reduce the recoil control both for vertical and horizontal, but it increases 8% damage, 50% on effective damage range, and bullet velocity, which is a key thing to have. If you can control the recoil of this gun with this barrel on it, highly recommend using it. If you don't like the amount of recoil that the 20-inch RPK barrel gives, you can go with the VDV Reinforced. It gives you the effective damage range and bullet velocity without harming your recoil control. So if you want an AK that has a little bit better recoil but less damage, I recommend the VDV reinforced. But me personally, I like to use the Spetsnaz RPK barrel for the extra damage. You already know for the body, I'm rocking the mounted flashlight because there are no cons and it increases the salvage drop rate so you can tier up your gun even faster. For the underbarrel, I went with the bruiser grip on this one. Normally you'll see me, or sometimes you'll see me going for the infiltrator grip where it does more percentage but one less category. But it seems as though the percentages are, the 2% difference isn't that much, so I'd rather have the 3% across 4 different categories. So that's why I went with the bruiser grip. Again, if you are having issues with that recoil control and you want to use the RPK barrel, you can try slapping on the Spetsnaz grip to help you out with that recoil control with the RPK barrel. Next up for the magazine, I went with the 50 round fast mag. And like we saw earlier, this is the exact same reload speed as the XM4 at 1.7 seconds. One thing to note though, using the 50 round fast mag on the AK47, when you do pack a punch it, you're going to have less ammo in a magazine than you do on the XM4, so that's another thing to note with this gun. Next up for the handle, we have the Serpent Wrap for 25% aimed on sight speed, minus 10% the sprint fire time, which does kind of suck, minus 10% there, but going down here to the stock, we got the KGB skeletal stock that increases our sprint to fire time by 30%, so we are positive 20% right there, plus the aim walking movement speed up by another 40%. It does hurt our hipfire accuracy, but if the zombie's right in your face and you want to hipfire, you'll have no problem. And just to show you guys, like I always do, mastery, there we go, we got a gold, and we also have Plague Diamond for our assault rifles. But guys, that is overall my AK47 best class setup here in Cold War Zombies in Season 2 right now. A couple things to note from the QBZ and the XM4. Those two guns are going to be a little bit more accurate but deal a little bit less damage. This gun packs a punch. The AK47 is going to knock down the enemies really quickly if you can control the recoil, because with this RPK barrel there is a lot. Compared to the other assault rifles in this game, this one has a ton of recoil when you throw that RPK barrel on there. But again, that damage output, you can't beat it in the assault rifle category. So guys, if you tried out the AK47, let me know what you're rocking on it down below in the comments. Let me know what your best class setup is. If you agree with me, if you don't agree with me, whatever it may be. If you guys enjoyed, be sure to leave a like, hit that subscribe button, and bell for notifications. If you did like this class, share it with your friends, help them out as well. But as always guys, if you enjoyed, tell your friends, tell your family, know where to find me at iProPyTash at all major social medias. That's Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, and YouTube, all at iProPyTash. You can also follow me at Life of Pytash, both on YouTube and Instagram for more lifestyle and vlog type videos. But I'll see you guys next time.